For millions of television viewers, Lorne Greene was the steady, dependable patriarch of the Cartwright family on Bonanza. He projected wisdom, strength, and calm authority every week. But behind the cameras, the man audiences admired was carrying pressures, ambitions, and private struggles that few people ever saw. While viewers believed they knew Ben Cartwright, the truth is that Lorne Greene's life away from the screen was far more complex than the character that made him famous. And as his fame grew, so did the hidden challenges that would shape the rest of his life. Long before Hollywood came calling, Greene's path was anything but certain. Born in Canada, he developed a powerful voice that would later become one of his greatest assets. In many ways, that voice became his ticket into broadcasting and eventually acting. Yet success did not arrive overnight. Like many performers of his generation, he spent years building a career while navigating an industry that could be unpredictable and unforgiving. Few could have imagined that he would one day become one of television's most recognizable faces. Everything changed when Bonanza premiered. The show quickly became a cultural phenomenon, turning Greene into a household name. Audiences saw him as the ideal father figure, fair, compassionate, and unwavering. The fame brought admiration, financial success, and opportunities that many actors only dream about. But here's what most people never realized. Maintaining that image came with enormous pressure. Week after week, Greene carried the responsibility of leading one of television's biggest productions while also meeting the expectations of millions of viewers. According to those who worked around the show, the atmosphere behind the scenes could be demanding. Long filming schedules, constant public attention, and the pressure to keep a hit series running smoothly created stress that audiences never witnessed. While Greene was respected by colleagues, he was also known for taking his work seriously. Many believe that his dedication sometimes left little room for rest. The applause of success often hid the exhaustion that came with it. And that's when another side of Greene's life began to emerge. Beyond acting, he pursued other interests, including music and television projects outside of Bonanza. At a time when many stars were content to remain within a single role, Greene sought new challenges. Yet every new opportunity carried risks. Could audiences accept him as anything other than Ben Cartwright? It was a question that followed him throughout much of his career. Then came one of the biggest turning points. As television evolved and audience tastes changed, Bonanza eventually came to an end. For many actors, leaving an iconic role can be difficult. Greene suddenly faced the challenge of redefining himself after years of being associated with a single character. At the time, nobody fully understood how difficult that transition could be. The years that followed were quieter. While he continued working, the spotlight was no longer as intense as it had once been. This period allowed Greene to reflect on a remarkable career, but it also brought the realities of aging and changing times. Those close to the story remember a man who remained passionate about his craft while adapting to a world that was moving in a new direction. Yet perhaps that is what makes Greene's story so compelling. He was more than a television father. He was a performer who navigated fame, pressure, reinvention, and the challenge of living up to an image beloved by millions. His journey reminds us that the people we see on screen often carry stories far deeper than the characters they portray. Today, decades later, Lorne Greene's legacy continues to endure through reruns, memories, and generations of fans discovering Bonanza for the first time. The strength he projected on screen became part of television history, but the determination he showed behind the scenes may be even more impressive. And perhaps that's the real story of Lorne Greene. Not the man audiences thought they knew, but the one who quietly carried both the rewards and burdens of fame long after the cameras stopped rolling. If you enjoyed this untold story, share your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe for more fascinating journeys into the hidden lives of television and Hollywood legends.